Hey everybody, Chris Scott here with the Chris Scott Show. Today we are exploring the military house hunting trip, and this is something that I think our team does better than anybody else. I got Colin Rains, my partner extraordinaire, here to talk about some experiences. We've literally had hundreds of house hunting trips over the years,
Mhm.
and so I think we can talk a lot of credibility on the subject. Would you
Mhm.
say?
A lot of experiences that we can talk about, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So when we think of the house hunting trip, so I often said that it would make great theater. It would be a great reality TV show to follow us around on these house hunting trips because there's so many moving parts. It's really there's kind of a thrill factor to it actually. For as a realtor, it's like
Mhm.
trying to find the right house, trying to get the family settled, dealing with inspections. Offer has to be. There's quick timelines. There's a lot that happens in the 5 days. So, what I would wanted to do is if anybody was watching this and they were coming to Ottawa or they're doing a house hunting trip somewhere else and they just wanted to get some insight into what a good strategy would be
Mhm.
to have success, what would you say a successful house hunting trip looks like for you
Um,
in terms of the structure of how things are aligned?
mhm. I would say that, the important part of the house hunting trip happens before you get here probably. Um,
Picking the realtor?
well, yeah, number 1, pick a good realtor. I mean, we joke, but I mean,
It's pretty
a
important,
lot of
right?
people have
Especially for this
they've never
type
been
of
here before.
transaction.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't know the city,
Yeah.
so we're not a glorified tour guide, but they need to know things about certain neighborhoods.
Sure.
If they're telling us what's important to them, your realtor needs to be able to pair you up with homes in those
I'm
kinds of areas.
I mean, I do think this type of transaction is more important to have a realtor that's gone through it with other military families,
Yeah,
you
I
know what I
mean,
mean, than any other transaction. So, yeah, I mean, we joke, but it is very important.
yeah, but I mean that's why I say, before our members here for their 5 or 7 day house hunting trip,
Yeah.
um, that discovery call or that first call or second call as well or third call to get as much information about what a member is looking for when they get here, what's important to them, who's in their family. I mean, do they have pets? Do they like to go skiing? What do they do outside of work?
Right.
Where are they going to be working? Are they going to be working at one place and then a year later probably moving to another office or space,
Right.
across town?
So
Getting
just
all the
understanding their needs, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, like dialing in like 1, 2, 3 layers, I think,
Yeah.
that you might not do with people who maybe know the city or have a different plan because I mean
Sure.
a military member being relocated, I mean their 2 or 5 year plan is going to be different than a lot of people's. So making sure that you get them the best value by being in the spot that they need to be, but getting all that information first.
Sure.
Because when they get here, I mean, we meet people sometimes from the airport, we're handing them a binder of 20 listings that they've asked for.
Yeah.
Their top choices are in there, and we're gonna go see them.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
100%.
and I
Yeah, it's
mean,
crazy. It's literally literally leaving the airport and going to meet
yeah,
us.
and it's never
Yeah.
happened to me, but sometimes you've seen one home and they decide, well, that's the one that they want to buy,
What's
which
happened to
is
me?
it's
Yeah.
the dream.
Yeah.
But you're seeing houses first day, second day, you're seeing maybe more if you need to, or you're putting offers in, or you're going for second showings, and then you're in inspection.
Yeah.
And there's no time, and we sometimes will add showings as we go. We see houses that might work better or they come up on the market, but you got to have a solid base to make sure that there's places that can work for them before they get here.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm very similar. I mean, basically, day 1 is probably gonna be the most active day, if it's not a half day. Like, the half day to me is when people arrive, they get there late, maybe they fly in, you're gonna look at a few places maybe after 4 o'clock or
Yeah,
whatever.
maybe a top pick.
So, your top 2 or 3, just in case it sells overnight or something, you wanna have a chance at it. And then the first full day is basically like, okay, 9 in the morning, we're meeting at the first house, and it's a big day. It's typically a big day. All the top picks are gonna be scattered in that day, their favorites, and, some possibilities will obviously be on that list as well. The following day, we just narrow the focus. There's probably still a lot more showings to do, and then potentially even, end of second day, going back for second viewings, or sometimes that could be third day.
Hmm.
I mean, every situation obviously is different. It really depends on where we're at. But to your point, we're also monitoring new listings that are coming to market, seeing if anything comes up that suits their needs that we can go in and see right away. I think having, an administrative staff in our office that's exclusive to our team is huge, right? Because we're on the road with clients.
Mhm.
They're booking showings for us, getting any information we need. What are the schools here? What are the ratings for the schools? You know, anything that is very, very important for our clients, they're working on,
Yeah, it's
right?
funny.
So
We need to be prepared before they get here, but also ready to go when they do get here
yeah,
because things can come up all the time. I
yeah,
mean, it's an emotional, high stress week
for sure.
for everybody involved, kind of.
Yeah, and then I think of the inspection, so we typically have our inspections pre-booked,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh,
For later in the week.
no time to find a place and then find an inspector.
No, especially the good inspectors are booked, and luckily we have great relationships with a few people.
Hmm.
And not to switch gears here a little bit, but it's going to be more challenging to get good inspectors because the rate change has just come into effect, and inspectors are getting paid less. And I
The
know that
the service change, you mean?
survey change,
Yeah.
yeah. So a lot of top inspectors are no longer part of the program, right? So, luckily we have some connections to some good ones that are going to continue working with us because we, do a lot of volume with the military. So
Yeah.
that certainly puts us at an advantage having these really good inspectors available for clients. Same thing with lawyers too. I
It's gonna
mean,
be tough.
lawyers started dropping off the last rate change, and now the new one. I think we'll see even more lawyers that unfortunately will not be part of the program.
No.
But it is what it is. We'll find good people to work with our clients.
Yeah,
That's no problem.
there's people who are finding ways around it or doing other things that can kind of make up the difference or something. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. Luckily, there's lots to choose from this year, so
There's gonna be
hopefully
more
that part,
inventory.
that part
Yeah,
of it's
yeah,
easier. You know.
yeah. That'll be good.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got this great guide. I mean, I don't know if I can show this, but this is the Ottawa relocations guide that we have. It's talks about all the entitlements for our clients that they're entitled to with the program. Hotels that you might want to stay at when you come to Ottawa for your house hunting trip. All the work locations. All of the areas that might be of interest to them. Like we typically send this off to our clients even before the process. We'll mail it out to wherever they are, and so I think that's something uh, is really a bit of part of our value proposition. Okay.
Yeah, super useful. I don't know a lot of people that have something like this for military. I mean, we just do so much of it that
Yeah.
why not? I mean, we're so familiar with all of the programs and funding envelopes and how the system kind of works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's some people who obviously have moved before within the military and know what it's like. But there's a lot of people who it's their first moves. Ottawa, I find, is sometimes it's your first move, your first relocation is to Ottawa, and then sometimes your last. So,
Right.
I mean, it's a big deal for some people. They need as much help as they can get. The affordability is one thing on their mind, and then there's the whole
Mhm.
process that they're thinking of as well. With the people who are here, there's a last posting and hoping to retire here. It's sometimes a bit different.
Well, there's public service here too. Sometimes they'll retire here and actually get a public service
Yeah,
job, right?
exactly.
Being in Ottawa, and I get it. I mean, it's challenging on the family. A lot of people don't realize the day-to-day sacrifices that our military guys make. I mean, moving with young kids and new schools and new cities, and
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot to navigate for them for sure. And so there is that. There is an underlying current of stress during these HHTs that everyone deals with stress differently, but that is certainly there. And then a real sense of relief when they find the place that suits their needs, and they've signed in the dotted line, the sellers have signed, and they got that place. So that I think I mentioned this before, but that probably is my favorite, um, most satisfying thing in real estate for me is helping a military house hunting trip secure their house. I mean, it
Yeah.
really,
The
I don't,
moment when they go,
yeah,
thank
when
you.
all the stress is
Yeah.
gone, they're
We
they're
have a home.
they have a home. Yeah,
Yeah, a good one.
and you know what's awesome? And I mean, obviously, we're blessed to have so many great clients. We got a good business, and which we have the ability to have these unbelievable, epic client parties. And so, just a couple weeks ago, maybe more than a couple weeks ago now, maybe it's more than a month ago, we had our Santa party, and it was really cool. You get to go through all of this with the clients, and then you get to see them at our client party, more relaxed setting.
Yeah.
Really get to catch up with them, talk to them about how their year is going at their new place and how they're settling in the city. And it's really, really cool. A couple people that, were really so happy with not only the house they got, but the neighborhood that they're in and these type of things. So that's what makes it all worthwhile to me.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
100%.
But the house hunting trip is such a big part of this process, and it's really important to get it right. And I think one thing, maybe a final thought, is that we do adapt well to our clients' needs and situations as well. Like, there's no we might have like this blueprint of what we think a house hunting trip should be, uh, but it's always moving, right? Depending on what's happening. There's so many variables, new houses coming in, houses they love. Maybe you're making an offer early, maybe not finding anything. You're going off market stuff, finding stuff off market, that type of thing. So lots can happen in those house hunting trips for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, never a dull moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also never one, I don't think, at least last year, where we didn't have success. It's
No, I
nice.
mean, even during the COVID years,
Yeah.
we were very successful. I had one client come back, leave. They couldn't find. There was multiple offers. It's the Hunger Games, bud.
Yeah.
It was
Living that.
literally the Hunger Games finding a house.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it was. It was wild. But we did even well during those times, finding people some great matches. But anyways, reach out to us if you're out there listening and you're wondering about what a house hunting trip looks like, or working with us looks like. Reach out to us. Obviously, we're happy to have conversations. Even if you're not looking in Ottawa, you're looking in another city. We got realtors right across the country that can be helpful, and we align ourselves with a lot of military realtors that are out there. And I just want to say I really appreciate you tuning in today, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for
Appreciate it.
having me.
Okay,
Yeah.
till next time.
Okay.